Black Panther is a pretty popular character. Despite that, he only has 2 TV shows. One of them is pretty good, the other we don't talk about that. Like barely anyone on YouTube talks about it, as far as I know. Which is why I'm starting this review series to talk about the past and present Marvel shows and see how they compare. Now when you break the show down, it is a simple revenge plot. Black Panther wants revenge for his father who died at the hands of Claw, and Claw wants revenge for his great-great-great-grandfather who died at the hands of a previous Black Panther. This creates a nice parallel to our hero and villain, and allows for a connection. Now this show has a lot of Easter eggs to the Marvel Universe. Fantastic Four get mentioned, the X-Men actually show up along with Storm. Juggernaut's one of the main villains, along with Black Knight, and tons of other Marvel foes that Marvel fans will recognize. A negative about the show that might put certain people off is the animation. Although it doesn't look terrible, it does try to emulate the style of a comic. And I wouldn't say it looks really bad. Like, I've seen much worse, as we will get to soon. But it does put certain people off. It put me off first time I watched the show, but I got used to it after just a few episodes. Overall, this show isn't too special. It's pretty good, but it's nowhere near as good as Spectacular Spider-Man or Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. Not saying it's bad at all, it is like really good. If I had to rate it, I would say it's a solid maybe 6 out of 10. But yeah, on to the next show. Something I should probably mention is that Black Panther's Quest is Season 5 of a show called Avengers Assemble. Now, this show I'll get to later, but since it's Season 5 of an already existing show, it still counts as a Black Panther show, since he is the main focus of the season, and every episode has him in it. Now for such a shit show, this actually has a decent premise. Black Panther is framed for killing Captain America. With that, the Avengers try hunting him down and bringing him to justice. And over the course of the show, he's forced to team up with Claw, his arch nemesis, to prove his innocence. Now since this show is longer than the last Black Panther show, I'm gonna break it down to individual parts to explain it more thoroughly. Now since the MCU is an instant money making success, this show takes a lot from it. For example, Black Panther's suit, the Avengers lineup, and the basic, humor of the MCU. Just really bad here, and not as funny. Now there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from the MCU, but if you're just banking off the success of it and don't have anything to add, then what's the point? Oh wait, money. This is one of the big problems with these shows. They take too much from the MCU and barely add anything original to make the show feel like their show. All the shows nowadays are very similar. Same animation, same basic jokes, and same boring fight scenes. But I've been ranting for too long. Let's actually talk about the show's plot. It's pretty boring. So, first things first. The show just goes with the topic of the Avengers hate Black Panther for way too long. First off, it's out of nowhere. They try to create the impression that Black Panther is a new member and he's not to be trusted. But he's been a member of the Avengers in the past in this exact same show, so I don't know what the problem is. Another negative about the show is that there's a lot of filler. There are some episodes where Black Panther and his gang enter an ancient Wakandan tomb and just have a memory about a past life of Black Panther. Some of them are pretty good, but the others, most of them just have basic lessons like teamwork is good or something along those lines. There is one actually good one where Black Panther has a memory of his father teaming up with Captain America, which is probably one of the standout episodes of the show. Now I know I've just been shitting on the show, but there are actually some stuff that I do like about it. For one, the designs for some of the characters do actually look pretty sick, like Black Panther and Iron Man. Now, the problem isn't the designs of the characters, the problem is the animation and how stiff it looks. It can lead the viewer to just get bored of what you're watching and just change the channel. Another positive about the show is James Mathis' voice for T'Challa. He is actually such a good role for Black Panther, and I'm going to play a small clip to show how good he is.
Going down with me! You are in Wakanda now, Crossbones, which means you do not even get to die without my permission.
Overall, this show was not as bad as I remember, but it's still pretty bad. If I had to give the show a review, I'd say it's a 4 out of 10. If you want to give the show a chance, you can find it on Disney+. And if you want to check out 2010's Black Panther, you can find all the episodes for free on YouTube. Next video is going to be on Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes and Avengers Assemble. And subscribe, I'm desperate for money and approval. Yeah, bye. Oh, and one more thing, I ship Claw and Black Panther. Bye.